Communication is the biggest thing, especially in advanced warfare. The game is so fast-paced. All this time, let's go. Are we dunking? We're going for dunk. Planning bomb, planning bomb, planning bomb.
Push him, let's go.
Go, boys.
You kind of have to block everything else out and really just focus on your team.
You think you're so cool, don't you?
So many times TP last one alive, only one alive with the bomb in his hand. He's able to get two though.
He sees him go up top. There's one more to deal with.
Oh
He wins that
my.
gunfight. Can TP do it? Pick up all four players in the 1-4-8.
The guys on happy hour start nervous here. Maybe you see Bose working up top mansion. He's going to be able to take out one. You see Bose helping out teammates in the hill. Able to pick up a big two-piece right there.
Lead
Bose
change yet
looks like
again.
what
Going
Nation
big.
could be able to come back
And he is just absolutely going up.
Bose and study.
Won't connect as of yet. Also tosses out the Semtex. Attach cleans him up. Now Ricky left in the 1-on-2. 10 seconds left. He has to kill the bomb planter. He's got one player right.
Oh, the psychosis is going to
flick him out. He's going to
Make it a 4v1. Scump the only one alive in search and destroy.
Crazy strategies. They were just taking it to him, and there's two kills.
Yeah, he's going to turn around and go the other way. Is he going to be the one who wins it?
The first round, is he able to do it? It's gone.
And Scump.
There it
Hello, God ZA. Clint CS1977 here. And a debut. We've got Tiano. Tiano 10ZA. Origin Tiano. I don't know what you're going as nowadays, but at Tiano10_ZA on Twitter. This is the handsome man.
I'll keep it as that. Clint, thanks for the warm welcome. I really appreciate it. And it's obviously an honor to be, co-casting with you today. I'm really looking forward to it, and I hope we let the viewers enjoy our stream.
Yes, I mean, well, I actually think the action itself is going to allow us to look a lot better than we probably are.
Yeah, that's also true.
We do have Fear versus Astra.
Yes.
There are so many talking points in this game. We've got your duo.
Exactly. My ex-duo.
Your ex-duo. You have broken up. He's moved on to greener pastures.
Sure he has.
Or black, white, and orange pastures.
If you want to be exact, yeah. Clint, obviously Astra and Fear, top 2 competitors for a couple of years. Advanced Warfare, they dominated the season, Astra specifically. And yeah, it's a battle of the heavyweights. So the viewers are definitely going to be in something to watch. And I'm sure, us as casters, we're definitely going to enjoy it as well. And I'm definitely looking forward to Frosty and I would say Alton, competing for the top Slayer role. So let's see how it goes.
Yes, okay. We're going into the ban and protect system here.
Yes, sir.
What do you think, what ban do you think will throw off Astra?
Astra specifically, they're an AR dominant team, so I would say if Fear had to throw in the curveball of banning stock or quick draw, which I know they wouldn't do, but if they had to do it, they would definitely take Astra off the game.
Yeah, and I mean, with this ban and protect system, we've seen it a couple of times where teams ban something ridiculous.
Yes.
Does that really affect you as a player? If it's, for example, stock. If you're an AR player, you love playing with stock. Does it throw you off that much?
Of course it does, Clint. I mean, there we go. Who that ban was by? Astro Lithium banned stock. That is quite ironic because Astro is obviously a dominant team. Perhaps he wants to throw off the stock being used on the VMP, which I think a lot of the NA pros have been using in the pro circuits.
What I do actually think is that they're actually going to go in this with 4 subs.
4 subs.
I think they're going to take this map with 4 subs. If you look at all the hard points, if you actually get 4 guys in that hard point and protect the subs, you can actually gain a lot of time.
No, of course you can. If you're playing 2 around here. I have heard from word of mouth that Astra Cerberus has been dominating with the Kudu recently. He just pops on the normal attachment of an ELO sight, laser, and an extended clip, and apparently he's been dropping the numbers that he needs to for his team to get the victory.
And like you said last year, he made the AN97 popular.
Of course he did.
So he goes out, he finds these guns, and he finds a combination for it that just makes it work. And maybe it sets a trend here. The Fear guys, the minute that stock ban came in, you could see they were moving around thinking, well, what are we doing?
Yeah.
And we saw Robbie speaking to Brutal about what they're going to change. As a captain now, Jake says, not a relatively new squad. What does he do to keep his spirits up?
Keep their spirits up. Well, Jake's being the veteran that he is, the longest and oldest COD player in our community. He just has to keep on. He just has to keep them focused, Clint. He just must keep the morale up. He must make sure that the communications are precise and short, and that they don't scurry over their words, and that everything must just be efficient per se.
Do you think Astra are a little bit overconfident now that Inferno is back?
Who wouldn't be? Inferno proved himself in Advanced Warfare, top Slayer, I would think so. My personal opinion. So having him, knowing that he's on your team, watching your back, and I think that they're definitely overconfident. But let's see. Hopefully, their confidence doesn't get the better of them, and then they end up losing.
Yes, I mean, we do realize that 3 of these players were responsible for 2 best-of-5 wins.
Yes, that's true.
Astra, they know this roster. They've played together for the bulk of last year. Phoenix in at the beginning and then out towards the end, back in now. Do you think he has a lot to prove to why he's got Hamid space?
FedEx, he's proven himself in Advanced Warfare, but now with Hamid, who I'll definitely say was one of their most clutch players. Obviously him and Dillian being the duo that they were for numerous years. FedEx, I'm sure he's quite confident, and I'm sure the viewers are confident that he will definitely do what he needs to do.
Okay, we're about to jump into this map, right?
Yes.
Tell me, who are your players to watch on each roster?
Each roster specifically, I'm going to have to break between Brutal and Frost with regards, because I know they'll be playing subs and be dropping their bombs. Astra, Clint, it's very difficult for me to focus on one player. I'm going to have to go with Inferno on this one.
Okay, well, I agree. 2 great picks.
Yeah.
As you did mention, the OBJ will be Robbie.
Yes.
The OBJ for Astra has always been Lithium.
Lithium.
So, two stellar talents in an OBJ role who actually play OBJ and come out with positive.
Positive. That's correct, yeah. That's definitely correct. Yeah, it's going to be good. Who would you like to hop on board with, Clint?
Okay,
I'll
let's
give it to
jump
you.
on board. Do we give the old man a go?
Let's give the old man a go. Hopefully the viewers want to give him a chance as well.
Yes, I mean, name's anonymous. He was a PS3 star for so many years, came over to Xbox.
That's right.
Basically got his name back to the top 10 and still been around. I mean, he's in the twilight of his career.
That's correct, I agree with you.
To be honest with you, this is his last couple of tournaments this year.
Yeah, I would think so as well.
I mean, as you can see, his roster, everybody says he's playing with a bunch of kids.
he's a daddy.
So let's go over on Papa Jakes, who's rocking that M8.
He's rocking the M8 with no stock.
With no stock. He's been rocking this M8 since Black Ops 3, so
Capture the objective.
he knows how it works.
He knows how it works. Oh, let's see how it goes. Yeah, he's obviously Jake's right now. He's on top plat, trying to get the big door cuts. He's currently stunned, and there's already 3 down, plus a team kill for Astra Gaming.
And the Lithium coming out, telling everybody, this is my hill, get out.
Get on my hill. Jake's just watching over his team players in the hill. Gets taken down.
It does look like it was a flip. We'll jump on board with Brutal, who's in that hardpoint right now.
Oh! Nice turn on there by Brutal. Gets taken out by Lithium.
Gets taken out. Frost is next man in the hill. This is Godcaster's
Hardpoint.
Godcaster's nightmare.
Curse.
What I do actually want to do is go aboard to Inferno and see exactly the routes he's running. Obviously, he's their slayer. He's the one responsible for telling Fear, get out, you don't belong.
Yeah, he's the go-to guy. They're definitely going to push through this back. They're nice to use keys by Inferno. A little bit of a cheeky punch. If they push out this back spawn, Clint, then they should be able to get it, which will be essential for their team.
See, Alton on the 3-kill streak at the moment. That counter UAV coming out quite strong. The counter UAV, it's not regarded by many as OP score streak. However, it does allow your team to move around the map any way they want.
I noticed, yeah. Clint, from a competitive player's perspective, getting hit with a counter UAV is probably one of the most annoying things to happen in a map, because obviously you don't have your map for an awareness. You can't see where the red dot sights are coming from while the players are busy firing their guns. So it's extremely annoying. You could throw them off.
Those who don't know, the map that we are seeing right now is not exactly what they see. They basically just see little dots on the screen, but they know exactly where the other player is once they see those dots. So that's a trained eye for Call of Duty, and actually one of the first things you should learn, because knowing what's happening on the map around you is already half your gun battle one.
That's correct, Clint. Now we're on board with Inferno. He's about to use his Hellstorm, hopefully taking out the anchor. He sure does. He takes out Jakes, who was on top cube.
Okay, the anchor itself, obviously, he's the person that promotes the spawns for your team.
Which is essential.
Which is essential, because good spawns means more heal time.
More heal time. Nice.
Inferno is basically like a highlight reel, to be honest with you.
I agree with you.
and you heard from him, he's making a noise.
He's making noise. He's letting his teammates know that he is definitely the dominant factor, going with the 2KD.
What I can say though, he just got a warning from the officials.
Okay.
Because of the environment that we are in, they do not want us to get too boisterous on the land. We are on the expo floor at Rage. And obviously any negative comments or comments that don't seem friendly are not going to be tolerated on the land itself.
Now, I do agree with you, Clint. Obviously, there are parents and children around watching the teams currently at hand. So the players themselves, with regards to their hype factor, must just be careful what they say.
Exactly. I actually want to jump on board now with Frosty. We haven't had any time with Frosty today. Obviously, he was the wonder child for a while, and then Alton came around. But obviously, end of Black Ops 2 Ghost, Frost was the go-to guy for most teams. And he was a teammate of Alton's, and he wants to take his mantle back as being the best in the game.
I agree. Clint, everyone knows Frost has always been the wonder child, as you said, prior to this. And yeah, I personally think that he has been the most consistent Call of Duty player in South Africa.
And I mean, for such a young talent, you know, he has developed himself into a model pro, doesn't get into unnecessary fights, concentrates on his game.
Yes.
He is not doing as good as he wants, and I know this will get him a little bit down. What do you expect from Jakes here?
Jakes, as a leader, Clint, as a team captain, he definitely needs to, I'm not saying he should focus solemnly on Frost, but he must just try to get his morale up, because once Frost gets into his high caliber of slaying Clint, there's no stopping him.
Hardpoint lost.
I agree with that. And then, obviously, a man going about his business very quietly, as usual.
Astra Cerberus.
Cerberus. There you go. He doesn't even have a elo sight on that gun anymore. So obviously trying to save a slot for something else he might need on the gun.
That's true. And as we can see, he's obviously using his preferred Kuda over the VMP. And unfortunately, he loses that gunfight to Frosty.
And look at that.
Vedix.
He's like, okay, Alton, you here. Let us play together. You are not a better player than me. We are on the same footing, brother. And obviously playing with that AR.
In hand, he gets taken out by Jakes, unfortunately.
Jump on board with Robbie. Robbie needs to break into this hill.
It's Robbie's heal time. You see that Zandra is actually the predominant OBJ player in this scenario. Cleanse, Robbie's almost got half less time than he does.
And funnily enough, in the previous game, the Adept Vinko game, Yanni was the OBJ, and he had 50 seconds.
40 seconds.
Whereas the support OBJ had 2 minutes 44.
Oh.
So I don't know if people are actually just targeting or trying to just cut off the OBJs.
Possibly, I think so, because if you can irritate the OBJ, then they're going to obviously their gameplay is going to lack.
Yeah, I mean it's going to throw them off. Their map control is going to be out the window, so it could be targeted pushes here.
Yes, yeah. Clint, as we can see, Astro are basically, I would say, double the points now of energy fear. So the boys from Energy definitely need to step up their game. Slaying scenario, Jake's only 12 and 15. As opposed to Vedex, who's dropping 21 and 14 kills. If you look at his window opposite number.
Yep. Commentator's curse. He gets taken out as we switch over to him. Well done.
The commentator's
The
curse.
Fear guys are actually all going negative. I want to jump on board with Brutal, who's actually pulling off an OBJ job. Why does this happen?
Lance, I think it's global. It's a global phenomenon. There's nothing we can do about it.
I feel like courage. but he actually just takes out. He actually just takes out the entire optic. Nicholas? Nick. Okay, there we go.
Apologies
Nick
for
coming
that.
Clutch there for us.
Nick coming clutch in for us.
So where are we at this right now? At this, there's no impasse. It's basically Fear trying to just avoid being 100 clubbed here. I can tell you, after that warning, Inferno has gotten a little bit more quiet, but he's still doing the job he's there to do.
Yeah. Clint, I think Inferno is definitely the clay star of Astro Gaming. He is their hype factor. He keeps them in control. I think it's obviously his passion for the game.
Yeah.
Makes him the talented player that he is today.
And for anybody that doesn't know his story, he wasn't on the top team. He actually approached me some time back and told me he's gonna be the best. And I thought, okay.
Right.
He went, did his hard work, worked his way up through the ranks with teams, and he's now probably the most sought after player in Call of Duty right now.
And I agree with you 110%. I can still remember the Vinko back squad in Ghost taking out his current team of, was it Exile Gaming?
Exile Gaming.
Exile Gaming.
He was Exile Killer.
Exile Killer. We came up against him, and those times he was we took him out. But these days I don't think we would have a chance.
And to any young players out there, that is basically finding your passion and throwing yourself into it. We basically, at the end of the game, unfortunately Fear got 100 club there. Alton
let's check the scoreboard.
actually got overshadowed.
He did?
By Vedex.
By Vedex? Yes, he did. 2 extra kills and 2 less deaths.
40 seconds in the hill as well. So obviously, like I did say, they would throw 4.4 people in this hill. They've done a great job at defending as well. And not even defending in the hill, but defending around the hill and cutting off the Fear pushes.
That's correct, Lance.
And if you look at the previous hardpoint, which was the Vinko Adept game,
yeah,
those teams actually allowed pushes to happen. Whereas Astra said, nope, you're not even coming close, bro.
Close. They get their OBJ's cuts, their push outs, and that's obviously essential for the OBJ getting time.
Yeah. So this is the view that we have as well. Okay, not as clear. We do have the
we at the back over here, waving over here, us cardcasters.
Guess which end was Holden's?
The longest, Mr. Giraffe himself, right there.
Yes. And once again, I just want to thank Holden and Zombie, which is Clan Connection, Zombie Gamer, Astro, for putting on this event inside the Rage Expo. We do have a lot of people standing around us, people coming through the doors, stopping, having a look. It's like, what are these guys doing? Yes, we do come out of our basements now and again.
Yes, we do.
And it's great to have so many different people realizing that this is esports.
It is esports, and there is definitely growth, Clint, as we can see, because obviously our main factor and obviously mindset in South Africa is to promote Call of Duty South African and competitive growth throughout our country. And it's also great to see, parents and families getting around here and supporting the teams. Because obviously for up and coming competitive Call of Duty player, one of the main factors is to try and get your parents to understand that this is a hobby. This is not you just sitting inside your bedroom 24 hours a day, in the darkness. You can actually make something out of this, and it's your passion. So give us a chance, give us a go, and let us get into it.
Agreed 100%. And you, my friend, are a physical specimen. That gamers are not just fat slobs.
Thank you, Clint. I appreciate the compliment. Obviously time management at the end of the day, and like Doug Sensor Martin says, some good exercise.
Doug said some more.
The one and only.
My goodness, you basically do have your own Younes as well.
Thank you very much, Clint.
But anyway, guys, we're going into Uplink on Infection.
Uplink.
And we into the ban and protect. Kuda, banned, M8,
protect.
Save. Let's just see who that. Brutal Bandit. Inferno saves it.
Frosty with the protection of the VMP. Perhaps he needed that, Clint, in order to increase his kill feed.
Yeah.
Because unfortunately, it looked like none of the energy players in the previous hardpoints were positive.
Yes, I mean, I don't think any of them actually even used the Kuda, to be honest. No. Overdrive, obviously, it's an OP perk for this game mode.
Rapid fire, always an essential ban.
High caliber still hasn't been banned.
Perhaps they might miss it. Clint, what I've realized is, in order to not waste bans, you should always keep rapid fire and high cal for last. Reason is that you can perhaps make the opposite team ban it, and then you could save those 2 bans in return.
Exactly. And this is just basically just the added extra of the meta for Call of Duty, because by banning all those things, you basically taken things out of the other players' hands.
Exactly, Clint.
Change their whole game style.
Throw them off.
Yeah.
Which obviously you would want to do.
See, at the end, you did see the high caliber actually coming in and getting banned. And as you said, it was probably a tactic to see who's gonna take it out for us.
I agree with you, Clint. Yeah, I mean, let's see with regards to the specialist draft. Sandra obviously taking kinetic armor, which is always essential. Frost taking active camo, and Clint, once you hold that ball in hand, the delay on the ball to update the players on the minimap is, I would say, about 1 to 2 seconds.
Yes.
So Frost will be able to obviously maneuver his way. Same with Lithium, his opposite number with active camo as well. And then they could probably get that sneaky 2 points.
To be honest with you, there has been times where I brain farted and completely just forgot that player, he was there a few seconds ago, not there anymore, and I'm basically pre-aiming a place where someone was.
Where he was, yeah. I think it's basically like them throwing on, do you remember Harry Potter, Clint, where they threw on that magic robe?
Yes, the cloak.
Where Harry put on that cloak.
Of invisibility.
That's the one. So active camo is our cloak of invisibility here in our Call of Duty Black Ops 3.
I suppose your Overdrive is your Nimbus. The Nimbus 2000.
The Nimbus 2000, yeah. Clint, I've noticed teams always banning the Overdrive, because obviously, that Overdrive with Overclock, the perk, could be spammed quite precisely, and then obviously they can get those easy 2-pointers.
Yes, I mean, the Overdrive in a previous tournament, in the MGMS tournament.
Yes.
Vinko actually took this map of Astra. And it was your new player, Cameron, what's his?
Apex God.
He actually came up clutch using Overdrive.
Here we go. That's a prime example.
That is, the fact that it's not there makes the game a bit slower.
Yes, definitely.
But there are other things. I mean, the Annihilator to clear path, the Scythe to clear path.
All slaying score streaks, Clint, which is obviously essential, but it does take a bit longer to get as opposed to the defensive specialists. So yeah, this is going to be a good game, Clint. I think it's possibly going to be an AR dominant game.
It should be. I actually expect Inferno to be rocking that M8.
M8.
As well as Vadex. And Cerberus to probably run a Pharaoh.
Pharaoh on land, it could possibly be a one burst kill.
Yes.
As we have seen with the M8.
Yes. The Shiva wasn't banned though, so Cerberus might just end up using that.
Okay. They can definitely throw that into the mix, Clint. Clint, my personal opinion with regards to the sub-players on this game, this being an open map, Infection, the lanes are open, the lanes are wide for the players.
Yeah.
The sub-players will need to hug their corners in order to, they can't obviously be challenging the AR players from across the map.
Yeah.
Hug your corners and elements of surprise pop out and perhaps get the two-piece.
Exactly. It's not one dash down a lane. You basically you've got to run for cover.
You got to run for cover. You got to run for cover, like the traditional Call of Duty players would say.
Okay, we're about to jump into this map. Tiana, you have the controls.
I have the controller
Let's
at hand.
go on board with our man from the last game, Vadex.
Astra Vadex. Let's see what he does.
M8.
M8 in hand. M8 in hand. Stock's not banned, so now we will see that they'll be able to... Their movement will be a bit more precise and not as stagnant and slow as the previous game, because obviously Stock was banned. Getting top church, watching over the middle cuts. Nice headshot.
Making those picks. That's 3 down. That's 3 down.
3 down for Astro Gaming.
They can basically move up on this map. It's not controlling. Do you think it's essential to have control of the room he's going into right now?
Clint, I do agree. The reason being is this is the flank room. This is known as B-bomb, coming from long. This is the flank room. You know the same place. Inferno getting the 3-piece, if I'm not mistaken. Obviously getting a little bit loud over there.
Okay, that one was okay because that was more of a, let's say, congratulatory.
Congratulations. Okay. Yes.
But anything negative, you are going to get shut down by the admins.
You're going to get into trouble. Clint, as you can see, Vadex and Inferno right now on a Vadex on a 3-kill streak and Inferno on a 5-kill streak. Vadex just going to taken out now by Kovs in energy. But Inferno, do you think he's playing for the score streak, Clint?
Honestly, getting those 2 score streaks, you're going to get map control. You're going to be able to run that ball in. He's got the counter UAV, which is essential as well in this mode itself. Right now, we've got the Fear team trying to push together. Oh, sorry, that's the Astra team I'm looking at.
Astra team, we're on board.
The Fear team look like they're just trying to find their feet at the back and try and protect the uplink. We saw that transfer going and a reset happening. Unfortunately, Inferno gets taken out, which is a clutch kill there. Bakovs, because he gets that kill, he puts another 2 kills in from behind the spawn. Boom. It's fully streaked.
Let's hop on with Serb, Clint. Alright, let's see. There we go. Also rocking the M8.
So nobody's actually gone for the Shiva.
Not yet. I wonder why. Perhaps they're not confident in the shot as it's a one-shot gun.
That is correct. And honestly, with a game mode like this where you have people rushing at you all the time, you need to be precise. You've got to hit that first shot. If you're not, you're dead.
You're dead, Clint. You're so dead. Basically, Inferno and Vadex, I think they're the 2 high-caliber players, Clint. They're giving us a show.
We're on board here with Vadex and basically just taking everybody out. Vadex came to play, everybody. He has come to play.
He definitely came to
11
play.
and 2.
12 and 2.
It's like he's playing in a pub lobby.
I agree.
13 and 2.
No, he's still got stolen by Cerberus.
Cerberus is trying to nerf. He's trying to nerf him himself now.
Trying to nerf it. Clint, I mean, Vadex is doing what he needs to do. He's just basically inside the spawn of energy, irritating the players, making them spawn out. I mean, what more do you want? Getting into the head of your opposite team.
I mean, right now, the Fear team, they are spawning all the way out, unable to have any structure. I mean, when you practicing, you don't practice from that position.
No, you don't.
What we did see is they actually stole the ball, but I don't know.
Vadex, even with the cheeky team kill there on Inferno, I don't think that it was intended.
To be honest with you, Inferno was thinking, I'm not going to let you do this, pal.
Another kill with his Householm on Frost.
Right now, Frost is 11 and 4. He is being
Demoralized. Oh! Almost turned on Vadex, but Vadex is able to take him out. Clint, I'm sorry, but I have to stay up.
See, we shouldn't have left him.
We shouldn't have left him.
And Inferno get dropped in the same couple of trades. Right now,
We have the satellite.
Inferno is he's gonna start rocking that, and he's gonna just run through that spawn and kill them.
Yeah.
What I can say is I can't hear any of the Fear guys communicating right now.
Nothing absolutely clear.
They're not talking to each other, and could this be that they're just being bum rushed?
I would think so. I think it's basically putting them in a corner, you know, and bullying the guys online. I mean, you can see you cannot hear any one of them. Their reactions are quite stagnant, Clint. They are. I would have to say that they're a little bit demoralized.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you'd normally see Frost playing with a smile. Right now, he's got a concentrated look, and this is the you kind of get into the position now. There's a Cerberus on the map from Vadex
Vadex
as well.
has a Cerberus in hand, plus his sight. He hasn't ripped that out. I think he's probably keeping it for the second
next round.
Yeah, definitely.
Because basically, logically, with the time that you do get, you will be able to get the scythe in the next round again.
Surely.
So he pulls it out at the start of the map, clears out the ball area, gets map control, because as you saw, that's how they started.
That's how they started.
They got map control, pushed up, and started scoring.
However,
as we said that, Fear may not have the kills, but they are only one score out of this game.
Yeah. So they are getting outslayed. However, the score is close, which means that they definitely, if they are able to Clint, they can definitely have a comeback and upset Astro Gaming.
Yes. Honestly, when you see two of your players dominating like Inferno's done, as well as Vadex, you expect it to be a bigger gap. However,
you do.
The Fear team, sneaky beavers, picking the ball up and just getting those points in. I know Robbie doesn't care for anything but scoring that points.
That's what
he will take a screenshot if he's negative. He's that kind of guy.
That's correct. You know, as long as he gets the, doesn't matter about his KD, as long as he gets the win for his team, it's obviously of utmost importance. Ben, can you recall to the MGMS final where Vadex dropped, I think it was Inferno first?
Inferno dropped
the 50 bomb, and thereafter Vadex said, you know, Alton, what you can do, I can do exactly the same, or perhaps even better.
Yeah.
And he did do that, and he dropped the Wraith, if I'm not mistaken, in the Uplink game on Infection.
You know, that's the thing, you know, you've got to... Jake's with a shotgun.
Default class, obviously with the MPs wanting to take out that is Cerberus, which he just did now. He obviously took out Vadex, and they clinched them 1 point up, which makes it only a 1 point different game.
And then he, sneaky enough, he actually gets to pick up an aim, and unfortunately, Inferno decides, no, I don't want you to have that gun.
Not at all.
Frost with a pistol.
Frost with a 63-piece right now. Pushing up the spawn, obviously trying to get the cuts. Gets taken out by Lithium's HCXD, which is obviously extremely annoying.
Yes.
If you do not acquire flak jackets.
And to be honest, I don't think many of these guys are playing with flak jacket.
No, definitely not. I would probably think, if I have to say, they're probably using Afterburner. Obviously, because you know it increases your momentum throughout to travel the map.
Yes. And especially a long map like this, you can actually all run on certain parts of the map itself.
Whittle gets taken out from behind. Cerberus holding mid-map, puts on the trophy, takes out another player, Covs to be exact. Pushing up for his team, about to get the cuts.
To be honest with you, 12 and 2, 14 and 2, it's now 17 and 10, 25 and 11. Fear not laying down.
They're not giving up without a fight, Clint. We see Zandre, Covs and Jakes all 1 kill apart. And Frosty doing what he needs to do. Trying to get the cuts and slay out the opposing team.
Our team has the satellite.
We've got Frost now. He wants to win. He wants to win.
He definitely does.
Very few times have I come across people who have such a huge desire to want to just win and will do everything in their power to make it happen. He's leading from the front. They're basically 1 score away from tying this up. What I actually think they should do, and to make the Astra guys a little bit edgy, is try and get 1 throw in. Leave it to the point where 1 carry is going to take you to the W.
The W.
What I'd like to see is 1 person pick it up and try and flank. Try and do something different, because Astra's basically watching the lines now. They know, okay, we've got this lead. We will be able to have someone at the back to cover a carry.
That's correct, Clint. I do agree with you on that statement, Clint. But now Astro Gaming currently 3 points ahead of Energy Fear. You perhaps think that that's perhaps take a dim on Energy Spirits?
Yes, I mean, you know, like the same way that a 1 pointer would have worked in Fear's favor.
Definitely.
That 1 pointer basically says, okay, now you don't need to score twice to even get close, okay? So, Fear pushing, but Astra is not having any of it.
No, they're not. Fear are definitely pushing Clint as they do have map control, as you can see. Brutal with the 62-piece. Let's hop on board with the 3-piece. Let's hop on board with Brutal. Doing what he needs to do, Clint. But
see, as you see, he leaves the ball behind to basically get these cutoffs so that his team can get a chance to go through.
Frosty
There's
with the active camo,
and he gets the
it
2 points.
There we
have a 1 point game. We've got 1 minute, 20 seconds to go.
We've got to
Clutch plays, Brutal, big 3-piece. The new player on the Energy team. He's doing the business.
Yes, he is.
He's doing the business. Frost is going to wait here. He wants that pass. Guys, give him the ball.
Clint, as you can see, Astro not falling into the trap of the spawn trap. They push through long, and now they're on B house. Frost with the 62-piece. However, 2 energy players also have been taken out. 3 energy players have been taken out.
Okay, and now it's now for Cons to basically keep composure, keep his side of the map. There was no score that came in. All the Fear guys are up. We're in the last 40 seconds.
Last 40 seconds. Let him with the flank.
There is also that counter UAV. Has the counter UAV been called up? The 1 point goes in. The 1 point goes in. Fear need to carry. Fear need a carry. Remember guys, this is a best out of 3. Astro windows as curtains.
It's definitely curtains. It'll be a quick 2-0 as they say, Clint.
Yes, yes, yes.
Quick
a
2-0.
swift 2-0.
Swift 2-0. As someone from the Origin team account tweeted out a couple of weeks ago. Clint, I think this could be a done and dusted game.
Yes, it looks like it. 11 points, the carry goes in. We heard Inferno celebrating for himself. And that's it.
That's it.
Astra showing why they are number 1 right now.
In South Africa.
In South Africa. The Fear team. I think it's also the fact that they've been here a whole day.
Yeah.
Didn't get a chance to really play. You sit down, you play Astra. That's not how you want to start it.
That's not how you want to start it. That's definitely not how you want to start off your first game of the day.
Okay,
Jakes,
I just want to make sure, but I am correct in saying the next match we actually have a chance for Energy to
Get out of my sight.
get back into it by taking on Vinco.
Correct.
Yes, that will be the next game. We've actually caught up on time a bit. That game was supposed to start at 5. It will be happening shortly. Jake's looking really tired right now. I don't know if it's his eyes or
perhaps his early flight this morning.
Or old age, maybe. I mean, you never know. It's dark in Durban at 5 o'clock, so he could have been in bed by now.
Daylight savings times, Jakes is definitely working on Clint.
But anyway, this is us. Tiano 10, guys. Give him a follow at Tiano _10_ZA.
That's correct, Clint.
Give him a follow. This is his debut.
My debut.
He's taught me some stuff while we were chatting here. Obviously, Tiano plays for Team Origin.
That's correct.
I just want to thank everybody for tuning in. Please stay with us. We are going to be back with Energy versus Vinco. Obviously, I don't know if Nick knew how it's going to work, but Vinco with the loss, Fear with the loss. They're basically playing not to be lost in their group.
That's correct.
Well, in the group, because it's a round robin for seeding, and then how it normally would work is 1 plays 4 and 2 plays 3. So they're playing not to verse Astro,
which I wouldn't want to either. So hopefully they can pick it up in the next game and get that win for their team.
Okay, guys, Holden and Tiana will be on stream next. Thank you for watching, guys. I will speak to you all tomorrow.
Right, cheers.